Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Games and Things. From big items like pool tables, home theater seats, even classic stand-up arcade games, to smaller items like dart boards, billiards accessories, or even gift cards, Games and Things can make your home more fun in 2021. Oh, that almost rhymes. Games and Things, check them out at OurGameRoom.com or out off Lovell Road in West Knoxville. It's a terrific showroom. If you go in there, just budget yourself an hour or hour and a half because it's a fun place to be. All right. The Vols have 4 scholarship quarterbacks on the roster. Hendon Hooker transferred in from Virginia Tech. Harrison Bailey, last year's top signee that everyone fell in love with until they saw him, and now we don't care about Harrison Bailey anymore. They're already out on him. Brian Maurer, who was recruited by Heupel at UCF, just mentioning that. And then you've got Caden Salter, the true freshman, who's currently suspended. And I'm putting him in there because he's one of the 4 scholarship guys, but he's really not in the running with that. So how do you see this breaking down? A lot of people would look at experience. Obviously, that matters. That would go toward Hendon Hooker in terms of playing time overall, not necessarily in Heupel's system. Accuracy, arm strength, mobility. I wonder how much of this, though, when you're trying to run 3 plays in 60 seconds, how much of this is going to come down to who's able to step to the line and know exactly where he's going with the ball before the ball's ever snapped. So while a lot of people want to see arm strength, mobility, that might not be what Josh Heupel is looking for. He may be more concerned with this than anything else. Handicap this race for me. Who's got the leg up, in your opinion?
I just saying, I haven't seen the guy from Virginia Tech play, so I'd have a hard time saying him, but he has a lot of experience. But I'd say Harrison Bailey, just because Maurer at this point, I mean, one of his problems was he threw a lot of dangerous balls. Yep. So I think for your exact reason, the decision-making ability, fast-making decisions, getting it out quick, and getting it accurately to somebody, I think those are the things. I don't think it's arm strength. I don't think it's athleticism. I think it's decision-making first and foremost.
His health factor is also going to always be a question.
I think I would go Hendon Hooker just based on experience and based on his aggressiveness. My question with Harrison Bailey is he comfortable enough to just cut it loose? Last year, and it might have been the system, it might have been youth, a lot of checkdowns, a lot of guys maybe running free over the top, and he said, I'm going to take that running back, I'm going to throw it to Eric Gray, and he's going to go get 8 yards. Does he have that in him where he says, you know what, I'm just going to fling it? Because you have to in this offense. They want these quarterbacks to not play scared. Can he do that? If he can, I like his chances. But I think I've seen enough Hooker at Virginia Tech that's in his DNA, that I think he's going to get that edge. And we'll see. You know, the big question is the guy who starts day one start at the end of the year?
Yeah.
I suspect the answer to that question is up to the offensive line. But, we'll see. I would go Hooker narrowly, but I think it's going to come down to those 2 guys. And I don't think we'll know until a week before the season starts.
I also wondered, new coach, all new quarterbacks basically, do you see guys rotating earlier in the season? I know Vol fans don't want to see that after last year. I don't particularly want to see that, but I wonder if you're not going to get that early on in those first couple of games where they trot a couple of different guys out there.
I don't think they will, because I think Heupel was a quarterback, and they're the ones that hate that the most.
Yeah,
and I think he's going to go. I pick somebody.
Spurrier
and I
being
ride
the
him.
exception.
Yeah, but I think he's more of those guys would be in the
you're
situation where they pick someone and ride them until I've made the decision. You're not the guy anymore, or you're hurt.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was saying it's philosophical. Pruitt saw quarterback as just another position. Heupel's not going to see it that way. Right. He said, well, we can just rotate guys in. The best guy at practice this week is the guy who's going to start. We're not going to commit to a starter. That's one way to do it. And Heupel's not going to do it that way.
Yeah, he doesn't have a track record really of
right.
shuffling quarterbacks. Yep. I give Hooker the slight edge, but it is very, very close because you could make a great case for Bailey with some of the traits like protecting the football, which is something that Bailey did a pretty good job of. He has to evolve from what he did last year, like David said, but because of the experience, because Hendon Hooker, when you watched him at Virginia Tech, he did play relaxed and in that attack mode, and Heupel and Golish had talked about attack. I think Hooker, early on with what he's seen, might fit those characteristics a little bit better.
All right, very good. When we come back, are people like us putting too much faith in Josh Heupel's offense? It's another one to discuss. Have we overhyped it? We'll discuss that. Come on back on the Sports Source.